Hi, good evening. Welcome again. This is your host, your best guy, or the guy himself, the LG Reppin. Right, I've done my review earlier of Arsenal 3, Newcastle United 0. And now it's time for a roundup of all the English Premier League games. Starting with the first game of the day on a Saturday. That was Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, West Bromwich Albion 3. Now, what a game for the Black Country, I think for the West Black Country Derby, as it's called. For West Brom were worthy their win as underdogs because Wolves are definitely heavy favourites, and if you're a betting man, you would have gone with Wolves. But massive credit to West Bromwich Albion. They went to Molineux, defended quite well at times. Offensively, they expressed themselves, enjoyed their fair share of possession and created opportunities. I mean, with Wolves, they got a striker who's got 2 goals in 2 games in the name of Fabio Silva. Now, Ian Wright analysed him on Match of the Day, and he said that he does enjoy his movement, and I completely agree with what he says there, his point of view. So, yeah, it's a massive 3 points for West Bromwich Albion, and that will give them a lift, although they fell short against West Ham this evening. Take nothing away from them in the Black Country Derby. They did get 2 penalties, and there were stonewall penalties for me, I thought. Just saw that I've seen the highlights of it on Match of the Day 1, and I'll tell you what, West Brom did defend well. Wolves put them under the cosh, created opportunities, and I think from their part, they were disappointed in conceding 3. And they did, when they went 1-0 down, they showed character to come back from a 1-0 deficit to make it a 2-1 deficit in their advantage. However, they fell short to Wolves, and a few missed opportunities, couple of missed opportunities, should I say. West Brom did not down tools, or they did not put their heads down, and Sam Allardyce would have kept them going, and kept going. They did. They got an equaliser that was deserved for their hard work, and Sami Ajayi gets the equaliser, and then Pereira scores his second penalty of the game, his second goal of the game, and West Brom's third goal, which led to the winning goal. So, in the end result was Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, West Bromwich Albion 3. The next game I'm going to talk about is Leicester City v Southampton. I think that was a 3 o'clock kickoff. Leicester were always confident. They were always in their comfort zone in this game. Although Southampton, at the beginning of that game, Southampton pressed the ball well, put Leicester under some serious pressure early on in the game, but after a certain amount of time, I think Leicester took control, and I think in the second half, it was evident that Leicester were confident that they were going to get a goal, and get 2 goals. They did, and a good goal, and I think Madison with a good goal for a nice through ball from Tielemans, who I really highly rate so much. Plays a through ball into James Madison, and he takes it in his stride, holds off I think he semi-holds off the defender, and from a tight angle, blasts it at the top roof of the net. Amazing goal. I did enjoy that. And the second goal, well, Tielemans involved again, I think. Yeah, Tielemans was definitely involved for the second goal. played a simple pass to James Harvey Barnes with that pace and the composure. All he needed to do is hit the target. He could not miss the target with the space that he had. Slots it in, 2-0, game done. And currently Leicester City are winning 2-0 at home to Chelsea, and that is a fantastic scoreline at half-time, because that, at the moment, takes them top of the Premier League for the first time since they've won it. Anyway, the end result finished Leicester City 2, Southampton 0. The next game is West Ham United v Burnley. Tell you what, in the last 3 previous meetings, Burnley have got the upper hand over West Ham United, and you wouldn't think there was much in between them. But Burnley did show. I think Burnley created a couple of good opportunities. Fabianski having to make a routine save, I believe. West Ham, to my credit, or to their credit, they created chances of their own, and I think they just about deserved to win the game. Although Burnley had a goal disallowed, and it's due to the fact that they had a player who was offside in the second half. Luckily, because Cresswell would have had an embarrassing own goal. But it finished 2-1. So it finished 1-0 to West Ham United. I beg your pardon, West Ham United supporters. Burnley, they've gone into that game only scoring 9 goals all season. And I think it was evident that they lack a finisher, a complete elite finisher at this level. And so far, Wolverhampton Wanderers, West Brom fans, have you got anything that you would like to add to this channel? Or Leicester City fans, tell me how delighted you are that your team has performed and made a hell of a lot of progress since the last season. Leicester City fans, do you feel confident of challenging for the title? And Southampton fans, are you proud of the progress you've made this season despite the defeat? Feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and please help me to like the channel, and do help me to subscribe to my channel to show me the love, the appreciation and support to get this channel growing. Yeah, I'm going for the 1,000 marker. I'm only at 924 subscribers to go for until I get to 1,000. So I'd appreciate if you can all chip in, spread the word to your friends and family, and subscribe to DLG, which is WA. And I'll do the best to bring you the latest football content, as well as Premier League roundup, and of course I'll do my Arsenal preview and reviews of every game possible. So keeping it on the Premier League roundup from Saturday, Leeds United v Brighton Hove Albion. Now this was a good game on paper. Both teams, from what I saw, were on the offensive. Leeds were on the front foot, as I saw earlier, I think. And cross comes in, low ball. I think Rodrigo was so close to getting a tap in, and he's just took his eye off it, which caused him to miss the ball completely. And then Leicester, I think Brighton go up the other end, and they score a very good team goal, well worked goal. Morpay was never going to miss from about 4 or 5 yards out. It was easier to see that, and he got the only goal of the game. Leeds United did throw. Well, I would assume they put every effort into getting an equaliser, but as it was translated, as Bielsa said, which was translated by his I think he's number 2, that they didn't do enough offensively to get back into the game, and there wasn't enough fluidity, I believe he said. Leeds United fans, you can get back to me on what Bielsa said in his language to what his number 2 translated. And Brighton Hove Albion fans, I mean, yeah, you play some beautiful football, and you did get your reward. You would like to see a striker, if not this January transfer window, you would like to see a striker come in the summer for you guys. I mean, there's been massive talk about Bazuma and Lamptey moving on, possibly in the summer. However, tell me how pleased you was with your win and how fully deserved it was, Brighton fans. Otherwise, I'm moving on to Fulham v Chelsea. Fulham v Chelsea. A game of I think it was a game that Fulham will look at the first half and see the couple of gilt-edged chances they created, and just couldn't get past the Chelsea wall. And they did have Chelsea carved open at times, and there was moments where Robertson down the left, their left back was running past Aspilicueta, past the right hand side of Chelsea, and there was problems on Chelsea's right hand side of the defence where Fulham were attacking with Robertson, and he put in some decent crosses, and he was having a phenomenal game up until that stupid, reckless challenge. How can he be so stupid? The guy is just so stupid. That wasn't just reckless. It was more stupid than reckless. Why would he have done that? His team's in the game, and he's let everybody at Fulham Football Club down, from the board of directors to his teammates to his supporters. They would have been watching that game in complete anger, because they were in the game and he spoilt it. And by spoiling it, Fulham go on to lose the game. And he's got a lot of explanation to do before he apologises, because what he done was disgraceful, and he is a disgrace, in my view. I think during that game, I think Chelsea were more effective from an offensive point of view in that game, and he got the winning goal for Mason Mount. Neat finish for me. Technically, sublime the way he controlled the half volley or the volley to his liking, and it ended up being the only goal of the game. And Timo Werner is going through a bit of a confidence crisis there, because he was through on goal with the pace. All he had to do is just hit that target, and he's just missed it, and it's gone wide. He's gone for the side foot, and it's gone about 3 yards wide. It's not that investment finished. It's not the investment that Chelsea fans would have expected, but I believe he will overcome this lack of confidence and get a goal, and he'll kick on, I believe, because he's too good to not go on a goal fest. However, it finished Fulham 0, Chelsea 1. Sunday's game, and the big one for me, the less said about that, the better, because I've seen Liverpool and Manchester United football matches played at a lot better tempo and a lot more goals. And for me, Manchester United, he defended superbly well, the truth be told. And I'll make it public that I do have hatred for Man United, but I will say this: they did their jobs defensively as a collective. They did their jobs for their manager, did it for the club, did it for the fans. Everything you saw from Man United defensively: commitment, togetherness, and discipline. And last one that I forgot to say, organisation. It was all there. They knew their jobs completely, and not one man, not one man went slacking. You know, stepped out of their position. They knew what they had to do when they didn't have the ball. Allow Liverpool to soak up the pressure, take the ball, keep it, and see if they can break them down. And it wasn't the case. And Manchester United, I think in the second half, they had a bit of the chances. Bruno Fernandes and Pogba, they're still wondering how did they not score with their tap-ins. You know, how did they not score with a shot on goal? And that's because of Alisson, because he's obviously pulled off 2 top-notch saves. Otherwise, Man United could have been 6 points clear of one of their dearest northwest rivals, and it wasn't to be. You know, for Liverpool, they had one shot on target in that second half, as I can remember, and it was from Thiago Alcantara. And for me, it was more of a routine save for De Gea than anything. So, again, yeah, less said about that game, the better. For me, it finished Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Sheffield United v Spurs, which was the first game of the Sunday. Yeah, it was the first game of the Sunday games. And, yeah, you always knew Tottenham were going to control the game, which they did. Early on in the first half, they get the goal that they richly deserved, if you're being honest with yourself. Being an Arsenal fan hating Tottenham, that's only understandable. But we're talking football here, and we're talking about the facts of it, and it's what you see. And Tottenham started off brightly, in control, and they got the goal for a set piece. You can't say it was against the run of play, because it wasn't. Tottenham were the better team in the early stages. Aurier gets a header from a set piece, but my word, from Sheffield United's point of view, Chris Wilder will be completely disgusted and livid because the marking was non-existent. And then Tottenham going to get on the second goal because Sheffield United had the ball. Bogle's passed it. I think Bogle's given his teammate a simple pass. I think his teammate has lost concentration, lost the ball, ended up at Harry Kane's feet, one of the best strikers in the world of football. And if he hits a shot on target, so truly, he's more than likely to score. And score he did. 2-0 at half-time to Tottenham. And Sheffield United came out strong in the second half. And Tottenham couldn't really get to grips early on in the second half, and you can just see why Sheffield United got that consolation goal. It was deserved. David McGoldrick with the flick header, but credit to Tottenham, they responded as very good teams do, and what a goal by Ndombele! What a goal! And wow, the technique was completely completely out of this planet. Exquisite. I mean, he knew exactly where the goalkeeper was, and he knew exactly where he wanted to put that ball, you know, at that spot where the goalkeeper can't get it, and he put it more or less precisely where the spot was. And it was a fine goal, best goal of the game by a country mile. And it gave Tottenham their 2-goal lead again. So, yeah, I think that was a way to finish off the game. So it finished Sheffield United 1, Tottenham 3. Last game of the day, which was the late kickoff, was Manchester City v Crystal Palace. Just looking at that game, you feel that Palace sat too deep defensively. Yes, they tried every effort to not allow Man City to have it their way, but a sensational assist by Kevin De Bruyne, and his 100th, as I've heard Danny Murphy talking about it. He mentioned that De Bruyne has now completed 100 assists in the Premier League, and that's an utterly beyond phenomenal. That's ridiculously beyond phenomenal. This sums up the world-class number 10 that he is. The best in the world at what he does today. And I don't know if there's anyone better than him right now on this planet. I mean, the cross from outside of his foot found John Stones' head. And, well, De Bruyne said to him, just get your head, this is going right on your head. All you need to do is make sure you don't miss the target. And he made sure he had that ball nestling at the back of the net, John Stones, with a header. 1-0 Man City, and deservedly so. They controlled the first half, and in fact, I think they controlled the whole game. Created the better chances, and, well, it was no surprise that they went 2-0 up. Gundogan, what a goal. I think it was the goal of the game. Well, then again, I'll tell you what, I'll say goal of the game. Wait till I talk about the fourth goal. He's battled Andros Townsend, won the battle, took the ball of him because he wanted it more, curled it in, and Guaita, no chance. 2-0. Another set piece again, and before the third goal, I didn't think Palace had anything. I can't remember Palace having anything to bother Ederson in terms of shots on goal, because when Man City get the third goal, it was an opportunity that failed for this Man City player. It was blocked by the defence, but John Stones was in hand to slot in his second, and I'm like, wow, he's got to be on a hat-trick. You know, he hasn't scored for Man City before, and he's getting 2 Premier League goals. Wow. And the fourth goal, free kick, Raheem Sterling's goal. At the back stick, he knew where he wanted to place it. Again, Guaita, no chance at all. It was an all-round controlling and scintillating performance by Man City, as you've always seen over the recent years. You know, it's not just that one game. It's a number of seasons, not about 3, 4. Go back to the last 6, 7 years. This is how Man City control teams and finish them off, suffocate them with ball possession, fast pace, until the point where they completely kill you off, and Palace were the next victims. So it finished Manchester City 4, Crystal Palace 0. The sole Premier League game on Monday was Arsenal v Newcastle United at the Emirates. Thought the first half there was not enough, what can I say, goal-mouth action for me. Both teams were looking shaky and more or less in fear of conceding the first goal. It was a bit of cat and mouse in that first half. I thought it was flat. Not attractive to watch, and I thought there were huge parts of the first half that was boring. Second half, it really came into light earlier in that second half, where Aubameyang ends his goal drought with a fine strike with the left foot, going the outside of the defender and unleashing a left foot strike. And that settled the nerves for Arsenal. Newcastle did struggle. I think they struggled to come out of the traps, really. Only one shot on target, if the truth be told. I don't think they were they were not in the game in that second half. For me, when the second goal came, it was I think it was a pretty well-worked goal. A combination of the two young boys, Emile Smith-Rowe, who maybe should have been my man of the match in my player ratings, but I'll give it to Cedric Suarez. Bless his heart. Smith-Rowe had a big say in that second goal. Played an assist. Pull it on the plate for Saka. He's not going to miss the target with the way he's been performing, and he deserves his goal. And then the third goal, Cedric Suarez, my man of the match, maybe controversially. I'm still waiting for Arsenal fans to get back to me on their view of man of the match, etc. He keeps the ball in by cutting it to Aubameyang, but he just, by the skin of his teeth, keeps the ball in just to make the cut back to Aubameyang, who's not going to miss an empty net. Now that he's got a goal, he's going to feel the confidence, and now he's got his first 2 goals in the game. So that's 2 Premier League goals in the game. So Aubameyang will possibly start the next Premier League game, because I don't expect him to start on Saturday. And by the looks of it, at the moment, it's Southampton 1, Shrewsbury 0, as it currently stands. But there's still a lot of, I think there's still a lot of football there to be played in that game. So I'll be keeping an eye when I get an opportunity. However, yeah, it was an all-around top performance by Arsenal in the second half, and they were more vintage for me. Can't say much about the first half. So in the end, it finished Arsenal 3, Newcastle United 0. And that concludes my Premier League roundup. And I'll be back with another set of Premier League roundup, hopefully the following weekend. Other than that, ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, may I say thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. I'll be back again. Well, I plan to do 2 more videos, so I'll be back again later on. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a long night for me, but it's worth it. If you can, leave your thoughts and your opinions in my comment section below. Smash the hell out of my likes button, and let's avoid the thumbs down, please, if possible. And please, could you help me to subscribe to DLG Reppin, which is myself, and do that abundantly and passionately. Yeah, just hit that sub button, left, right, and centre galore. And let's keep this channel growing, and I'll do my very utmost to keep you guys entertained and entertained and focused. So other than that, I should see you later. Again, peace again, love again, and bless again. And also remember just to be nice. Yeah.